Tuberculosis is an infection of the lungs caused by the bacteria named Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is a contagious bacterial infection that begins in the lungs and can rapidly pass to any organ of the body, often affecting the kidneys, the bones, and the brain, traveling via the lymph nodes and bloodstream. Tuberculosis, which you will see abbreviated as TB, is known to be one of the oldest diseases among humans, and today is one of the leading causes of infection and death in adults. According to the World Health Organization, about 1/3 of the world's population is suffering from this disease at present, even though there is a live attenuated vaccine, BCG, which stimulates the body's immune response against the organism. There is still a high morbidity rate in some countries every year. Africa, Western Pacific, and Southeast Asia are the most affected areas, making up about 86% of all tuberculosis cases in the world. TB is highly contagious. It can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through the air by inhaling airborne droplet nuclei of the infected person. These airborne particles come from the infected person through sneezing, coughing, laughing, and other forced respiratory acts, which is why someone close to an infected person on a daily basis will be at higher risk of getting infected, especially, for example, if they share the same room. If the droplets containing M. tuberculosis bacilli are large, they become embedded in the proximal airways, which do not cause any infection. The infection happens when the particles are small, enough to cross the upper respiratory defense and reach the lungs, where they are planted in the subpleural spaces of the lower and middle lobes, and then spread through the lungs. Once TB was a widespread infection, but in the 1950s, several antibiotics were developed, which helped eliminate the disease in many countries. However, some years later, new forms of the bacteria are emerging, which are resistant to the antibiotics, which means the treatment drugs have no effect on them. These new forms of bacteria, such as extensively drug-resistant TB and multi-drug-resistant TB, are more dangerous and have affected many large cities of the world. Whether the active or latent form of TB infection, anyone with TB signs and symptoms should seek medical treatment as soon as it is discovered.
Risk